Good morning, die-harders. Who's ready to live free or die hard? This is the S&W EXPerience, and I am the Shogun. And here we go.
I feel like if you have a very famous lead, there's already like a sense of expectation of what you want out of them. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's good. You know, if you have Chris Evans headlining something, you know what you're gonna get. You know, but I do like seeing new faces perform well. Like, what's his name? Shang-Chi, Simu Liu.
Yeah.
He was so big. He performed really well.
He wasn't exactly a nobody,
He wasn't exactly a nobody, but he's not somebody that was A-level like most Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, most of them became A-level because they were Marvel. They became Marvel actors. So I guess, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not everybody. Like Sam Jackson was a known guy before, he did Nick
Yeah,
Fury.
he was known quantity.
Yeah, but he was never the lead guy. I can see what you're going for, the lead guy not being the most famous person in the cast does work. Yeah, but still though, just honestly, it was so weird. Thing is, you have in this movie, the Mulan movie, you have Jet Li and Donnie Yen in here, and they have very few fight scenes. Donnie Yen and Jet Li, the two most kick-ass motherfuckers in Hong Kong cinema or whatever, and Jet Li has one fight scene, and Donnie Yen has one fight scene where he shines. But if that's the case, why did you cast them? The whole shtick is that they kick ass. Why did you cast them to have okay, Donnie, you're gonna have one fight scene where you're kicking all the ass, and then you're gonna have backup, and Jet Li is gonna have one scene where he fights, but then he's gonna get rescued by Mulan, even though he was doing a pretty good job holding his own. But just, why do any of this? This movie, man. There's so much in this film. But yeah, I remember you said speaking of Donnie Yen, I remember you said you were excited that he was doing a live action Sleeping Dogs movie.
When was this?
Yeah, it was a while back. I remember I sent you a screenshot of the movies he's doing. Because I wanted to tell you that he's doing a live action Sleeping Dogs movie. I sent you a screenshot and it said, at the bottom, at the very, very fucking bottom, the last movie he was working on was Sleeping Dogs, and it was to be determined in when it was coming out. And he was gonna be the main guy. And I remember you were oh yes, Sleeping Dogs, let's go. I was so surprised though. Cause I didn't even know you liked Sleeping Dogs, man. I was just
I fucking love that game, dude. What do you mean? The game is amazing. Holy shit.
I like that you can just rub a dude's face into a whirling fan until he just croaks.
I like slow motion, when you get off a counter.
Yes.
It slows down. Individual shot. It feels oh man, it's so satisfying.
Yeah. It's like when you try to pull off a parry in a Batman game and you mess up, and out of nowhere you get it. It's yes, finally. I know you were just some low-level goon, but yes,
Yeah, I failed 200 times. I'm not gonna fail again.
Dude, it's not. Sleeping Dogs as a game isn't the Arkham games, and it doesn't try to be, but it does its thing really well, fucking
Those elements of it, definitely.
yeah, but you don't see Batman using his environment. He's just walk up to fools and smash them in the face. Just
Oh no, he does. There's Batman in what was the last? What was the last one?
what, Arkham City? No. Arkham
Knight.
Knight, yeah.
Yeah, he used his environment in that one, which is really, really cool.
hanging from
But no, no, no.
gargoyles and descending on people would hardly be what I call utilizing the environment, but I'll take it, you know.
No, he used. There were certain scenes where he, like, you were near a wall. It was like one of those brittle. You could bash somebody's head through, and there was a lot more. There were more environmental takedowns in that game than there were in the previous one. They were working it in Arkham City, but then Arkham Knight. I don't know how to explain it to you, but there were environmentals in that game. There's even environmental you could perform with the car. I mean the tank. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That thing.
The tank.
Yeah, you knock somebody up, a special trigger would come on the screen. It would fire like a stun grenade or something, and it would knock up the guy who was airborne and anybody else who was airborne at the same time. So it was really cool.
Yeah, I love the Batman line about yeah, sure, Batman doesn't kill people. He just settles for like giving them concussions and hitting them with stun grenades and shit. Like but it doesn't kill people. It just seriously fucks them up.
Yeah, exactly. That's Batman's bullshit. I love the one part. It's like he interrogates a thug. He's like, if you're lying, I'll break the other one. And the guy looks so confused. He just breaks his arm. I'm like, wait,
I thought that was Origins. Weird.
Get punched.
Yeah, like it was it's like he got more brutal throughout the games though. I don't want to say he snapped, but like, cause he's fucking Batman, dude. He's already fucking snapped. But just, you know, the reemergence of Red Hood, not Red Hood. What was it saying? Jason Todd. Like it was doing something to him. Like it just made him angrier somehow.
Yeah, it was. It was making him angry.
I did not like the Robin is bald. Just, why is he bald, man? Like, why? What's with? Like, this is just reeks of laziness, man. Like, we didn't want to animate him with hair, so we just made him bald, man. Like, we just left him in his mannequin phase, you know, just like they did with Clint on Marvel's Avengers. He was bald for no reason. There is no iteration of Hawkeye where he has no hair. They were just like, let's make generic guy number 5 and then put him in the Hawkeye gear and say he's Hawkeye. But wait, his hair is missing. Just get it out there, man. Like, doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit about Hawkeye. Like, just... boy, were they wrong. Hey, man, you see any of that... oh, right, you haven't. Shit. I remember I posted a video on the group about, like, Gotham Knights. I'm like, the music in this like, clip is so fucking on the nose that it's a pair of glasses or a zit, depending how you view it. Like, just... my God, dude. Like, this moment just... because it was Batgirl. Batgirl or Batwoman? No, it was Batgirl. Yeah. She's... yeah. If those... it's weird those two never run into each other and ask, like, hey... dude, well, whatever. Any of that to one side. It was Batgirl in Arkham. No, it was Blackgates, and she was kicking all these dudes' asses. And in the background, there was... I don't know, there was some... like, a rock cover of a pop song playing. And this moment just screamed girl power, dude. Like, just... Jesus, do we really need this? It's absolutely necessary. Just... what are you doing, DC? What are you doing?
DC is a... no, I don't have hope in that company moving forward.
Ever since Rockstar finished up their Batman trilogy, you've just lost hope.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, in terms of their games, yeah. Ever since that Arkham trilogy wrapped up, you lost hope.
I mean... okay, which
which other game have they made recently? Because Marvel's been kicking their ass when it comes, like the Guardians of the Galaxy game, amazing. Spider-Man, amazing. They're gonna have Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. Pretty sure those are gonna be back.
Yeah, but okay, Spider-Man 2 wasn't one studio. It was Insomniac Games. I'll give them props for that. They rock. Marvel Spider-Man and Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. That was awesome. But in regards to the Square Enix movies, I'll give props, man. Guardians of the Galaxy is awesome too. Like, I've seen some of the gameplay clips. It's amazing. And the fact that you have multiple outfits to choose from kind of gives it that replayability. So yeah, it's the reason I replayed Ultimate Alliance though, man. I replayed Ultimate Alliance so much because, okay, reason one, I would play with, first time I would play with myself, second time I played with like my cousins and whatnot, and it was a lot of fun getting the different like attires, unlocking new heroes and villains. Like, at one point, my team was Captain America, Venom, Green Goblin, and fucking Luke Cage all on the same team. I'm just like, this is wild. I'm able to do this because I'm able to come back and get like points and do challenges and whatnot to unlock these characters, and the game plays differently with them in it. So, yeah. There's all these new combos and shit. There's replayability and giving people choice and whatnot. So I'll praise Guardians of the Galaxy on having replayability, which is something a lot of games these days do not have. There are so many games where you're like, well, I'm done. I have no reason to come back here. Let me just put the controller down. Call it a night. Yeah.
I've had quite a few games at that experience where I'm done. You can. What was it? What's the ninja game that I played? Not recently. It was last.
What, Ninja Gaiden or something?
It was not. I didn't play Ninja Gaiden recently. I got it on my PS Vita, and I was like, I don't like this game.
You still have that thing? How do you still have that thing? What do
you mean? I took good care of it.
They stopped making games for that like years ago. What are you?
I pull off. There's some guy in Germany that he has all the ISO files. Or he works at PlayStation. Basically, PlayStation keeps a backup of all the ISO files. So what he did is he used to rip some of them straight from the PlayStation DVD, put them on a stick, and then he uploaded them to a drive, and he made an app for it, like a hacked app. So basically, I can get any piece of software that was legal for the PS Vita and install it as if it came straight from PlayStation themselves.
Oh, neato. Oh, good for
really
you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really cool shit.
Damn. With the shit. What were you saying? Like you were playing some kind of ninja game or something?
It was one of these. It was like a. How do I get the vibe of this game? It was slightly It was a platformer, but also a puzzle game at the same time. Where you're this ninja, right? And you have to, there's these different missions that you go on, and after the mission you get like your drugs or medication to keep you sane because you were like in some sort of war, and it gives you a whole backstory about like why the guy is like so he needs pills, and also the politics of the city. It was just a really interesting game, but at the end of it I was just like, okay, you know what, done. I just didn't bother playing that thing again.
Yeah. I know it's definitely games like that. I mean, I can totally relate to what you're talking about. Man, whew. we have definitely been going on about gaming for a while now, and it's good to just like kick back and talk about like the occasional PS4, Xbox One game. You think? I remember a while back, the head of Xbox was like, cross compatibility is definitely the way to go. Like exclusives aren't really something we're going for. Like, you think that's wise? That Xbox is like, you know what? Exclusives aren't really what we're gunning for anymore. We're totally cool with having like games that are on Xbox and PS4. Think that's wise?
It's not. And I'll tell you why. Because the real benefactor of them saying it's multi-platform is really the PC people. Because that's what they're gunning for. I'm telling you, both of those companies are gunning for the PC market because they've ignored it for so long and they didn't realize how big it was. Yeah? I don't think they're gonna give the competitors like the I'm not sure they're gonna release a game that's meant for Xbox on the PlayStation platform, but they will release it on the PC platform. Like Sunset Overdrive is an Xbox exclusive. I bought the thing for my laptop.
Yeah.
That's that kind of thing.
It's nice to know when they say this is a console exclusive, they really just mean this is an exclusive for like a year and then we're porting it to PC.
Yeah, because it's not actually that hard to port it to PC. PC makes it a lot easier because you have access to more tools. You can build games a lot faster on PC.
It is hard to port it to the Switch, though. I'll tell you that much.
No, because Nintendo are a bunch of idiots. That's why. If Nintendo came to play ball, I'm telling you, they would own. And I think they do for the most part. They own the portable space.
Well, PlayStation doesn't make PSPs anymore. Xbox never did. So there's not really much competition.
I mean, PlayStation shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. The PS Vita is. I still use it. Imagine the thing. I can play 3 hours and it won't even drop like 20%. No joke. That thing is built for tough. That piece of hardware was insane for its age. Like it had half a gig of RAM in the thing, and the camera and the apps that came on it, and the whole UI and the whole setup of the thing was so good. But then they fucked it up. They fucked it up. They fucked it up because what made the PSP so hackable but also so accessible is that you could take regular memory sticks and put it into the machine and it would work. Then PlayStation got greedy and they were like, you know what, we don't want that to happen, so they made custom memory sticks, charge you a fortune. Like 64 gigs, right, was 1, very hard to find, 2, cost you $900 to buy one. And that was back then.
Fuck that, man.
Exactly. So, a couple of the guys, we figured out a workaround. Yeah, you can actually use a memory stick inside your PS Vita, but you can never take it out. So I have how much do I have? I have a 128 gig in my PS Vita at the moment. So I can download as many games as I want. I can get as much as I want. 128 gigs. And those games are like, what, at most 5-6 gigs. And that's like a top shelf game with like all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Full DLCs.
A Game of the Year edition, basically.
Yeah.
I never understood those, man. Like, 'cause some of those games didn't even get any Game of the Year awards, and yet they have Game of the Year editions. Like,
Oh no, yeah, Game of the Year edition is just a scam.
yeah,
Well, I think it's a scam.
yeah. I was so confused. I was like, I would like be walking past, and I would see, I was like, huh? This one Game of the Year? What? Oh, wait a minute. I thought Red Dead was like Game of the. Hang on a sec. Let me check this out. It's like, oh, this motherfucker's lying. Just if there was a thing like, okay, you won a Game of the Year award for like sound, okay, or best like on-screen duo or whatever, I could see that. You know, like, okay, technically you got a Game of the Year award, so yeah, have your Game of the Year edition. But if you don't win nothing, you don't even get nominated, and you're like, oh, we got a Game of the Year edition. Yeah. You weren't even nominated, man. How you gonna have Game of the Year edition, dude? Oh, damn. So weird, dude. It's like if a film says like we got robbed at the Oscars, like we should have been the ones on that stage, but they weren't even in the nominees. It's like looking at you like, but you weren't even nominated, bro. How do you get robbed if you weren't even in the race? You know, just But anyway, hey, God of War Ragnarok is in like 20-something days. You ready? I know you're not gonna buy it day and date or nothing, but like, you ready?
Just gonna call me out like
You said you wouldn't, man. Like, you said you don't buy games day one. They're like,
yeah, I don't, but I should watch. The second the man Brad comes on the video, I'm there. I'm in there. I'm watching.
yeah.
I'll drop I'll just put that thing on 4K resolution, sit there with my headphones and a bucket of popcorn, and I'm just, yeah, this is what I waited 4 years for.
Yep. Ah, shit. I really want answers as to who was that chick that was like at the end of the story trailer was like, you know, you'll find the answers here. Like, who was that? Like, that's what I would like to know. Who is this chick? And how is she the first black character in this whole series? That technically not counting Kratos. I mean, he's Greek, so he's not black. He was just voiced by a black guy, so people thought he was black. So it's nothing counts. Like, you're not black, dude. You just have a black voice. I mean, you did back in the day, but not anymore. So you've lost your black card, dude. But like, oh shit. But when you found out that it wasn't gonna be the same guy from the original trilogy doing the voice in God of War 4, how'd you react, man? You take it well? Or?
I didn't really care. I had that it's been a while. Like, immediately afterwards.
Let me guess. You didn't realize it was a different dude until a while after the fact.
And then when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't care. I mean, cool. It's a different guy.
This guy, man, you didn't even realize there was a different dude in the voice booth until well after the fact, and then you're like, oh, I don't really care then, man. Just...
There's a lot of things when it comes to, like, video game comes. Okay, cool. Like, there's very few things that when it comes to gaming, that I'm super passionate about. And, like, most of them are just online video games and esports and shit like that. So we don't really discuss those kind of things. Like, yeah. I mean, I discuss it with some of my friends who do play, like, League and Dota and, you know, those games. But, like, most of the time, when it comes to single-player video games, I'm just like, whatever. Cool, I guess.
Guess you didn't really have much to say when, they changed up Peter Parker's face in Marvel Spider-Man, like the the PS5 version, he had like a new face.
I mean, I don't own a PS5, and I'm just waiting for the second game, so I'm like, cool.
He's gonna look very different when that second game comes along. Like, brother just straight up got... He didn't get a facelift. The man just straight up got a new head. Like...
That's fine with me. The mask is going on either way. I'm playing as Spider-Man most of the time, motherfucker. I don't care what you look like. You'll be a fucking blue alien underneath that mask. As long as you're wearing that suit, I don't care.
Yeah. You think they'll have like a mechanic where you can switch between Miles Morales and Peter Parker? Or are they just gonna stick with Peter Parker?
I think what'll happen is that you'll have Miles missions where you're playing as Miles and Peter's assisting you, and you'll have Peter missions where you're playing as Peter and Miles, and you're getting assistance from Miles. I think that's how they'll juggle it. That's how I would do it.
That's like two different sets of powers, though, man. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Two different systems.
You already built the system for Miles.
I know
you
that.
built it really well in the previous game.
Yeah, it was there and it worked really well, but have them both same time? Has that been done?
I mean, you can... think about every game where you've switched characters. They have vastly different sets of skills.
There's not a lot of those, dude. And both of them are made by Rockstar.
I mean, Dragon Age, I'm playing as a Tempest, a Rogue, and then I can immediately switch to my freaking, Reaver Knight. Can do an ability.
Like in in Ultimate Alliance and shit, you could switch between the characters and whatnot. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, I could see like in Ultimate Alliance when you'd switch between the things. That was cool. I remember that. I think I did not like about Ultimate Alliance, the second one. They didn't have Ghost Rider. He was in the first one, and he was awesome. And they didn't have Namor. No Ghost Rider, no Namor, no Vision. But everyone else is here. Just so weird. What the fuck? Why'd you exclude these three dudes? Namor, Ghost Rider. Okay, there's no missions at sea, so I could see yeah, I see why you wouldn't need Namor, but Ghost Rider? Vision?
What the fuck? The most random characters, Ghost Rider and Vision to take out.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Right. How do you feel about Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider?
Let's go, man. Let's ride, man.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Shit.
I'm so fucking down for that.
I mean, he's not gonna be doing a whole ass trilogy or nothing. I mean, I think he's too old for that, but he'd definitely do a movie. We know that much. He's gonna do Constantine 2. So, no excuse why he can't squeeze another Ghost Rider movie in there. Just, go from one John to another.
I just need him to play Keanu Reeves. I don't even need him to play... I forget the Daredevil. I forget...
Johnny Blaze.
Ghost Riders. Yeah, I don't even need him to play Johnny Blaze.
To be fair, the bar for Johnny Blaze has been held by Nick Cage for so long, so that's kind of... You're basically saying, I just need him to be Keanu Reeves, not Nick Cage. Just...
Yeah, exactly.
The dude got weird in that sequel, though. Just... Shit got weird, man.
You know where I want to see him? I want to see him when they do Secret Wars. That's where I want to see it.
Really? You'd somehow slot Ghost Rider and all that?
Yeah, it's Thanos shows up, right? And people are like, oh fuck, it's Thanos. And then you just hear this bike revving in the distance, this fucking hellish demon thing. And he hops off the bike and just looks Thanos in the eye. That vengeance stare just fucking kills him.
want that shit to happen. And people are like, oh fuck, who's this? He turns around and like the flames go up and it's just Keanu Reeves' face. Like, damn boy.
Wait a minute, isn't that just a beat for beat recreation of that Doctor Doom scene where he like walks up all in white and he like kills dude?
No, there was a lot of talking before that.
I mean, yeah, sans take out the talking and it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it'll work.
Really?
It'll work. I mean, it works for Doom. Why wouldn't it work for the Ghost Rider? Just saying.
No, but Doom's one, it's a bit different because Doom already, like, he squashed the whole multiverse into one planet. And, you know, that's what he was operating. And then Thanos thought he was the hot shit. And it was like, I'm gonna, who the fuck? Thanos pulled a Karen move. I'm gonna speak to the manager. Like, and he saw Doom over there, and then it's like, you are not a god. Like, I stand to be corrected. Spine. Fuck off. Just landed, and like the whole Black Order, they landed where the Marvel zombies were.
And wasn't that Galactus?
No, Galactus was part of. Galactus was there, but I don't think it was part of the Marvel zombies.
Yeah, I remember like he rocked up. No, Silver Surfer rocked up, and like looking. He said like, I'm the Silver Surfer. I'm looking for a planet for my master to inhabit, and they just bum rushed him. And, like they got him. You know, they got him. Even though he's metal and everything, they still got to him. And then shortly after, Galactus shows up, and then they bum rush him too, which you shouldn't. You really shouldn't be a thing, man. Like, how the fuck you just gonna rush Galactus? You see how big this motherfucker is? Why doesn't he just raise his leg and step on them? Like, this shouldn't be possible. And yet they do. They fucking bum rushed him. Like,
What the fuck?
Dude, that was my reaction. I was reading this, like, what the fuck? How did this team of zombies just take down fucking Galactus? Like, the fuck did this happen? Like, dude, the writer must have been having a laugh when he wrote that shit down. Like, imagine that pitch meeting, like, okay, like, Feige, listen up. I got an idea. Like, when Galactus is gonna show up in this Marvel Zombies, like, oh, okay, like, is there gonna be a cool fight scene? No. He's gonna show up. And then all the zombie Avengers, Spider-Man, Iron Man, they're just gonna rush him. And then he's gonna stand there looking at them, like, what the fuck is going on? And then he's just gonna get eaten alive. What do you think? Like, just, dude, like, what the
fuck are y'all on?
Like, what are you on? You know this is Galactus, right? We can't just have him get rushed like that. Like, yes, we can. And they'll believe it, too. Because, you know, it's the Marvel Zombies world. Anybody can eat. If they can eat the Silver Surfer, they can eat Galactus. Just...
You can't kill all of us.
Dude. Shit got gruesome. I remember when Hulk squished Thanos, like, just straight up, like, clapped dude's head into paste. You know, like, that was... I saw that, and my jaw dropped, and I was like, what the fuck didn't you do that in Infinity War, motherfucker? Why didn't you just go bam, clap, his head's gone, call it a night? You know,
because that was bitch-ass... Not bitch-ass Hulk. We have bitch-ass Hulk in the MCU. We don't have the real fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
Because trust me, we would have solved a lot more problems with the real fucking Hulk for them.
There's this consensus.
Loki would have been a non-issue, dog. He would have been a non-issue.
Yeah.
One body slam in the beginning. Bah! End of story. Just fucking, it's over.
You can tell this is bitch-ass Hulk because, like, in Avengers, he, like, tosses the dude up and down and up and down, and he's still alive. He doesn't finish him off. He just, like, walks away like, puny god. Like, what are you walking away for? He's still moving.
Get back in there.
Get back there. He's still moving. Just, you know this battle ends if you just kill this dude, right? just saying, he's right there. Just, whatever, man. Shit. There was this consensus on Facebook that if Hulk showed up, that if Thanos had rocked up in like 2008 during like the Incredible Hulk movie, that, you know, it would have been a wrap. That's it, dog.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, dude was using police cars as knuckle dusters and shit. Just.
Welcome to Harlem, motherfucker.
Oh, I love that movie, dude. Like, also, I just love that it's finally getting some respects with the She-Hulk show. Like, it's finally actually being mentioned in the MCU, and outside of just dialogue, like, last time I was in New York, I kind of broke Harlem, and that's it. You did have a lot more than just firefight in Harlem, dude. Like, there's a whole ass movie of stuff. You just gonna end there? Okay, just... Alright, whatever.
Just one line of...
Yeah. Incredible Hulk, the movie where Hulk breaks Harlem and does nothing else for 90 minutes. Just... man, like, just, this has been, dude, I'm enjoying this conversation as much as can be, but, like, I'm getting those ridiculous messages of, you are running out of data. Just, one of these days, man, I'm gonna get, like, some Wi-Fi or something, you know, and just not gonna have these worries.
Yeah, data worries, fuck, man, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
That shit's annoying as hell.
It is, because you notice it always happens right as the conversation's getting good. You get a message like, you have X amount of data left. It's like, fuck, now I gotta wrap this up.
Fuck. Not again.
Dude. But, final thoughts, man, as we wrap up.
Final thought. We talked about a bunch of stuff. I mean, the thing is, I'm still on my hiatus from comics and movies,
alright,
that kind of stuff.
Final thoughts on where do you think God of War is gonna go from here?
Kill Kratos at the end of this movie. Show the kid all grown up. He initiates Ragnarok. The universe gets reset.
Give him his own solo story, or just stop there?
Yeah, I think give him his own story. There should be a third one where it's just him. What they need to do in this next one is build it more on the kid than on Kratos.
Yeah, like this next one is Kratos essentially giving him the rub and like passing on the mantle of protagonist, basically.
Exactly.
Has that ever happened in a video game? Have you ever had like a character pass on to the next guy? Because most franchises are just one dude.
Happened in Cars 3.
Cars 3?
Which is actually a good movie. But no, I don't think it's happened really in video games. I've never really gotten that whole vibe.
Oh, there was one.
Maybe I haven't played enough.
Yeah,
Which one?
there was one, Devil May Cry 4. You had Dante give Nero Virgil's sword.
Nero with the...
Yeah.
Oh, he hands it off to him.
He passes the mantle to him, and the very next game he has to do that again. Just this guy needs 2 games where characters pass the torch to him to be like, okay, now he's a fucking main character. Just
now I am the main character. Yes, finally.
Jesus Christ, dude. Just man, you need 2 games for Oz to properly pass the torch to you, and just.
Do you think you are qualified for this job?
Yeah, you seriously think you're qualified for main character status, dude? Just most people just need one scene. They don't need a whole game. Just...
Oh yeah. No, but build a character out throughout the game, and then like at the end, I think there needs to be some realization on either parts where it's like, I can't do this anymore. I need to pass this on.
Yeah. Problem with Devil May Cry, like Dante was still at this point of, oh, I could totally keep doing this, but you know, here's the sword anyway. Yeah.
If he was like, he's like one leg missing, and he's like all fucked up, and it's like, Nero, you must go on. And it's like, okay, fine.
he was still good. That's the problem. Like that's what people were like. You know, like that's why they brought him back in the first place, because he was still good. He was still able to slay demons and shit. Like, that scene in Endgame where Cap hands Falcon the shield. It wouldn't have worked if it was regular Steve Rogers, just fit and able Steve Rogers giving dude the shield. Like, you know, it's your time now. Like, you sure, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
You're still kind of good here, man. Like, you sure you want to hand over the thing? But yeah, I definitely see that. You know, just. Anyway, man, it was good talking.
Anyways.
As always.
Yeah,
you know?
It was a good talk.
Shit.
Yeah.
Good to just check in every once in a while, you know.
Yeah, it is. I do enjoy these chats of ours.
About nothing, dude. Just think about
it. It doesn't have to be about anything.
Yeah,
it's a Seinfeld episode.
Nah, man. Dude, towards the end, Seinfeld episodes had a point at some point. You know, just like somewhere one of the writers was like, okay, fuck it. These episodes have to have some kind of meaning, you know? Just, we can't have 6 seasons of nothing. Just.
I love how every single character in that show is just an absolute fucking degenerate.
Yes, absolutely. There's no redeemable characters, dude. Like, especially Elaine. What do you mean, even Elaine? Especially Elaine.
No, some people are like, no, but she's not as bad. I'm like, Elaine's kind of fucked up in the head, dude. If you think about it.
Dude, she goes up to this Australian chick. Like, the chick with an Australian accent, she's from Australia, and she does, I'm sorry a dingo ate your baby. Because that may be funny now, but dude, at the time, that shit was still fresh. Like, that was a legit story. A woman lost a kid. That shit's not funny. I mean, back then, like, that shit wasn't funny. That was just xenophobic, basically. Yeah. And she ripped off George's toupee because, like, he was feeling too good about himself. Like, why do you give a fuck? Seriously, why do you care that George is feeling good about himself? Like, oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Hey, peace, man. This is turning into one of them long goodbyes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace, man.